Yo, chat. Yo, chat. Yo, chat. Wait. Oh my god. I really need to fix my fucking setup, bro. What's the helly? Wait, can you guys hear me? Can you hear me now? Oh. Okay, should be fine. What up, everyone? As you can see in the title, we will be doing some live editing, so get ready for that. And yeah, let's go. Let's wait for everyone to join, and then I'll explain the format. But until that's done, how is everyone doing, chat? How are we doing today on this lovely Thursday evening? Might be morning for you, I don't know. But yeah, let me open up the chat so I can see what you guys be saying. We will do like a little bit of editing, a little bit of Q&As, just like a chill stream, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing good, Crystal. Gang, I got my parents' evening. Wait, what? I got my parents' evening at school right now. What is that supposed to mean, Ank? What's up, Pumpkin? What's up, Zur? What's up, Omar? What's up, Hood? What's up, Fame? What's up, Manetti? What's up, Spanker? What's up, Nias? What's up, AH? What's up, Harsh? What's up, Sports? What's up, Kelovo? What's up, Axer? What's up, A3? What's up, Zurich? What's up, Elixir? What's up, Luke? What's up, Berlin? Ich bin Berliner, Digga. What's up, Volid? What's up, Emilio? What's up, Clip? What's up, Petri? What's up, Piyush? What's up, Schlock? What's up, Covalent? What's up, Maven? How are we doing, guys? Get a one in the chat if you're doing good. Yeah, and just real quick before we start, to send your effects that we're gonna do in the stream, make sure you are joined my Discord server, okay? Discord.gg/reaction. The link is also in the description. It's a great Discord server. Make sure you're on here already so we can start later once everyone's here. Yeah. I also chat in this Discord server a lot, by the way. So if you want to talk to me, this is the perfect place. Yep. Yep. Whew. I feel good. Chat, we're adapting. We are adapting. We are adapting. Mods, what's your favorite plugin? Sapphire. CapCut is better. Mods. Thank you, Clip, bro. We're all adapting, chat. We're all adapting. We're all adapting to AI. Okay, yeah. So what we're gonna do today is I will be recreating the effects that you guys want to learn. Why is the rate edits channel? Oh wait, never mind. That's the one for the normal server. Sorry, live stream one. Send edits. We're gonna go into send effects. So you'll be inside of here. You're gonna have to send the links, but I'll show you how to do it because there's a certain way you have to do it. Okay, because it doesn't make any sense for you to just send a link. So let's say, as an example, this is the video. Doesn't have to be a video of mine. You can use any video of any editor you like, except for, you know, people who are editing on CapCut. And you can find a certain, you know, like scenario, a certain effect that you like, a certain text, and then you're gonna pause on that frame. Let's say right here. Okay, you see this watermark animation. Then what you would do is copy the link.
My guy is out, daddy.
Thank you, bro. You would copy the link. You can also do this on phone. And then remember the time marker. So for me, it's 11 seconds where the effect I want to know is happening. All right. That means I'm going to go to Discord and then send the link that I just copied inside of here. And next to the link, this is very important. Otherwise, I'm not going to do the effect. You have to, first of all, send a time marker. In my case, it's 11 seconds. And then you can also type like 11 seconds if you want, like this. Seconds, however you want to type it. Just make sure that I can understand what time marker you mean. And then you're going to give a brief description.
Can you react /?
Yes, after this. A brief description of what effect it is that you want. Because obviously, if we just send a time marker, there's different effects going on. There's a shake in this frame, there's a zoom, there's Twixter, there's face tracking, there's the watermark animation, you know, so be precise with what you want. In this case, we want the watermark animation. So I'm also going to type watermark animation, and we're going to send it like this. This is how you have to do it. Otherwise, you're not going to get it. Okay. And yeah, like as I said, only send TikTok, Instagram, or streamable links, and don't spam. Just send the link once. Is there anything else to say? Yeah, obviously stay within reason. So if you say from 5 seconds to 50 seconds, how do I make the entire editing part? That's obviously a bit too broad for this stream. So make sure it's like a one effect that we can do within like 10 minutes max, so that a lot of people get their turn and we can work through these effects. Yeah. Are we ready? Chat, type 1 if you're ready. Type 1 if you're ready. Let's react to Rohit's video real quick. Oops. POV, the studio says you look too confident to be Peter Parker. Hella tough, bro. Low-key, I mock Joe Goldberg, but it's still a fire edit, bro. Thank you so much. All right. Send edit open, please. Bro, did you lose the plot? Anyway, very, very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, chat, we're adapting. Little bro, it's not your turn. Blockstrand. I swear, Blockstrand is getting unmodded. Bro, Blockstrand, when have you ever moderated anything in the Discord server, by the way? Are you in the chat right now? Have you ever done a single have you ever done a single bit of moderation in my server or chat? No, I'm joking. Anyway, I have to also unban Uguay. Uguay, if you're here right now, send your username into the staff chat one more time, please, so I can unban you right now. I don't know why Uguay is banned, to be honest. I don't know if I want to know. If you're here right now, Uguay, please send your... Oh, I don't think he's online. It was like 24 Uguay, something like that, right? 24 Uguay. 24 Uguay. Okay, let's see. 1 second. You're not 24K John, by the way. Yeah, get your links ready, chat, because we're going to start in a second. Let me just unban him real quick. YouTube Studio, then Settings, Community, and User Management. Approved users will add 24K Uguay. You should now be unbanned. Okay? Boom. Let's start. Right. What is this? Okay, never mind. We're good. We're good. Send effects. Okay, W's in the chat for Blockstrand. W's in the chat for Blockstrand. W's in the chat for Blockstrand. Do you have a texture blood text on your wall? Yeah, I have fractal noise on my wall there, bro. Fractal noise. Okay, let's start. Send effects. I'm gonna open up the channel. Guys, be ready. You know the rules. I just told you. Okay. You can send in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, send your edits now. The effects, I mean. What's up, my back, bro? How you doing? Do you know Turkish? No, I'm German, bro. Why would I know Turkish? Dumb ass stream. Mods. Fix your she, bro. Are you acoustic? All right, I think. Okay, we can just leave it open anyway, so people can send throughout the stream. No need to close here. I'm just gonna go into full screen real quick. Make sure that mods ban the people who send Epstein edits. Honestly, ban the people who send Epstein edits. Ahmed, you're getting banned. Okay, weirdo. Yeah, so very important. If you don't have the time marker and explanation of your effect next to your link, you're not getting, okay, in. So yeah. What is this? I think this is your.
I was sick. Shout out John Pork.
Yo, shout out to John Pork. Bro, this is not how the fucking format works, okay? You send your own edit with a collab of your own part for me to watch it. You don't want to know any effects in here. You made this yourself. You just want me to react to your edit. Chat, do we lower it? Do we allow it? Type 1 if we should still watch it. Type 2 if we skip this shit. Because motherfucker hasn't modded for like 1 day since he's mod. Okay, we're skipping it. Just kidding, I'm in it. I want to watch. 9 seconds.
https://
I'm not even in it. I'm not even in it. I thought I was in it. That's crazy, bro. You didn't even put me in. This mass transition, I don't know what it's called. 28 seconds. Hurricane edits is crazy. This one? Okay. Alright, yeah, let's do this one. I hope Hurricane won't fucking annihilate me with Turkish missiles when I do his effect on stream. Let me wait for my After Effects to load. Maybank, we're recreating effects. So the effects that people want to know how to do, we're doing on the stream. Okay, so I'm gonna need 2 clips at me. Oh, I might not have a scene. Wait, I might have to work with some pre-chosen clips here because I don't think I have a scene pack installed. Wait, I should have it on. That's fine. Let me get some from my masterclass in my school community, by the way, which you can join via the first link in the description. Not first link, one of the links in the description for sure. Okay, so I have 2 clips here. One is from Dexter, the other one's also from Dexter, and we kind of want to make a transition where it's fading from one and the other. It's not really hard, so there's not a lot of effects here. It's kind of just very important that you time it up with the timing of your beats perfectly. So a lot of work here is done with the beats, and then above that we just have, you know, a short mask and then a bigger mask revealing, combined with like a zoom in and then a blur, a slight shake as well, like I said. So as you can see, what we want to do first is make sure we line the clips up. We're going to fade up this little section with the shake. And then now it's important that you line this up with your beat, okay? So I'm not going to be able to give you a certain frame number where it's going to happen. You're going to have to see for your beat drops how you're going to align this. And it's zooming in all together, okay? So for this, we're going to use like a null object. Wait, is this one zooming in? Yeah, I think we're going to use like a null object, and then just you would apply zoom to the rest of the clips. Let's save this as editing live. And I think this first clip, the quality looks a bit low here because it's in MP4 format, so the file size is quite low, just so I could upload it to my community, but don't be confused by that. The process is obviously still the same. So we're going to use this one as the first clip and this one as the second clip that we want to have transition in. And what's important now, if we just move that down, it wouldn't work that well because once we reveal the full clip, we will get this cut right here. So in this case, I'm going to actually scale in the clip, but you can do whatever you want. You can use motion tile. Maybe you have a clip that fits perfectly anyway without having to twist with the transform properties. But in my case, I do want to scale in a bit more. So I'm going to align them first. And if you have a Hurricane parallel scene pack, then you won't have to do that. Bro, you actually kicked me from the Discord server. My bad, I'm actually sorry. I'd be nice from today. Why did you get kicked? What was your name on Discord? Okay, and then we're going to line it up. Again, like I said, I can't tell you a certain amount of frames, but in my case, I'm going to go like 30 frames. but this is very dependent on your beat drops. Now for the first section right here that you can see, I'm just gonna cut out a rectangle around his face like this. This is the first part that we wanna have come in. So this clip in the background will be zooming, then this one comes in. I think it's also frozen, let me see. Yeah, I think it's frozen, so we're gonna freeze the frame and then it continues once this part starts with like the twigs and stuff. So let's go here, let's freeze the frame, last frame of course. So it's a smooth transition, freeze the frame. And then it's gonna transition into full screen like that. And then after, let's say your next beat drop is after 14 more frames, you can cut it there, okay? You can also cut the original layer once the second one fully appears, okay? I need to buy a bigger monitor, bro. This one's only 24 inches. I keep struggling with like the space I have in After Effects. Let me put it like this. And then what we are gonna do is add our first effects. So first thing I wanna do is a shake here. Now let's go for 10 frames and then 20 frames. Again, this is gonna be dependent on which kind of shake you want. Just gonna do this as a rough estimate. We can always change it up later. And then I'm gonna search for s_shake, drag it on top of the adjustment layer. Yo, bro, when I try to do your reverse tutorial, it doesn't let me, and the cursor becomes into a microscope. And tips to fix. And also, please shout me out. Shout out to Gaming JKL. JKL, I don't really know what you mean, to be honest, by your cursor becomes into a microscope. Once we applied the effect, we're gonna set a keyframe for the amplitude. I'm actually gonna I think I'm gonna make this like 15 frames here. And I'm gonna set the amplitude keyframe to 0.5 right at the part or at the point where my first mask appears. Then I'm gonna go to the beginning, set it to 0. I always forget to breathe when I'm doing these live streams. I don't know why. And at the end, we're also gonna put it back down to 0. Now we're gonna easy ease the keyframes. We wanna get this kind of shake. Obviously, we want it to look better, just to get a rough idea so far what we got. And to make it look better, we're gonna change the graph. So what I wanna do here is just drag the top ones a bit more closer together. What's your favorite transition? Probably like a ripple one. And then the bottom ones also. Yeah, Antafia, I'm pretty sure I know why you got kicked, because you're a stupid ass spammer. I asked you 5 times what's your Discord name. So you're just gonna get banned from my chat as well now. No need to spam. CapCut editor, bro. And the graph I want to use here is something like this. Yeah, kind of like so. I wanted to be a bit faster on this part. Yeah, kind of like this. Okay, and then I'm gonna put the frequency a little bit higher. Let's go for like maybe 10. Let me try around there. Yeah, maybe like this, and then make it end a bit faster as well. So put these ones a bit closer and then extend that one. Yeah, maybe something like this. This is what I would go for, but you can change the seed and whatever. Let's look at the blur.
When I go into graphs and try to bring the yellow line up, the cursor just zooms in the graph and makes it big.
The yellow line up. So when you're inside of the graph editor, just make sure your selection tool is selected. So we'll press V instead of pressing Z. If you press Z and you click, it will zoom in, but make sure you have V pressed, and on the top it selects your selection tool, not your zoom tool. Okay, where were we? The blur. So you can see here there's no blur, but we have a little bit of raise. We'll add that as well. That might also be from the color correction. I'm not quite sure. I'm just gonna edit. Yeah, I didn't know that. There's definitely a raise. I think, is there also some exposure? Kind of looks like it. I think the exposure is with the raise. Okay, so we'll do that. But before I do that, I want to do the blur. So you can see now it's zooming in with a lens blur. So let's say it comes in here, and then here it starts zooming in with the blur. So that's about 20 frames before and then 20 frames after. Again, the duration is going to be heavily dependent. What's up, Hurricane? Yeah, the duration is going to be heavily dependent. I hope you're not going to slime me, by the way. What was I saying exactly? So the duration where you put, or how long you put this blur effect is going to be dependent on how long your beat drops are. If you don't use the same audio as him, it's going to be completely different. So I'm just going to do like a random number, 40 frames is pretty easy to use. I'm gonna use BCC lens blur, OBS of course, drag that on top. And we want to start by putting the iris to 3 sides. We get this nice triangular blur. And we're going to put the iris scale at the beginning down to 0. And then when the clips cut, I think that's where the peak is happening of the blur. Let me see. Yeah, so here I'm going to put the iris scale maybe to like, I would go for like 20, but obviously we also want to kind of increase the gamma. You can go higher or lower with this. I always like to use 1000, but it also depends on which color correction you use. You can see Hurricane's color correction is like a standard color correction. So you might have to adjust that if you want to use a very bright color correction. You know, you might want to put it a bit lower. Then I'm going to press U, and at the end we want it to end again. Now what comes past here, you can decide yourself. You can, you know, keep it a bit longer until the next clip starts if you want to make parallel transitions, or you can cut it right here however you want. I'm just focusing on this part of the transition. Press F9 and make a tutorial on Hulk CC. And then the graph, we're going to use this, I would say something like this. So we're going to extend the handles on the top a bit towards the middle, and the bottom one's also a bit more towards the middle. So let's make something like this. And then we're gonna, yeah, maybe a bit, no, we want that to be a bit smoother. So maybe keep them a bit more equal. So more like this. No, it's a bit too long. Let me see. Like, yeah, this combined with the zoom later. And I want to do the zoom next. So for the zoom, there's multiple ways you can do it. You can pre-compose with S_blur curves, or you can use a null object. I'm going to use a null object because that's easier in my case. And we can cut it here. And it also doesn't start before here, so that's unnecessary. We're going to bind both of our clips to the null object and enable motion blur. Then I'm going to press S on my keyboard and also set a keyframe for the position. And I think it zooms in onto his face, right? Yeah, wait, does it? It's kind of hard to see if the clip itself is also zooming in, but it looks like it. So like a slight zoom in is what I'm going to create, because I don't have S_blur curves in the background. If you have blur curves on your clip anyway, you can also just skip this step if you like. I'm going to go for like 110 and then just kind of move it up to simulate that a bit more. And I'm also going to apply a motion tile. Make sure that they align with the end. I'm gonna F9, I'm gonna use flow and use a graph that looks kind of like this. So it's like towards the end, kind of zooms in. You see kind of like this. And then here the next zoom would start again, but I don't need to show you how to make zooms, obviously. That will just make the transition a bit more fluid, I guess. And then here, I'm gonna pre-compose this one now. And I'm gonna search for, I don't know, have I got rays? Yeah, got rays. I would try got rays. And we're gonna center that a bit more, and just make like a exposure, you know what I mean? So we would keyframe the exposure. This is a bit too high. Let's go for like maybe 2. Set a keyframe, and then 10 frames later we want it to end. So put it down to 0. That way you get this kind of exposure once it comes in. Let's just easy ease these. We don't have to do so much editing here. Is there a blur when it appears? Let me see. I don't think so, no. And then, yeah, it zooms in. What the fuck was that? Yeah, and then you combine it with like your zooms and stuff. I think it might actually make sense to, wait, let me rebind the precomposition to the null object. Always when you precompose, you have to rebind it to the null object, so don't forget that. So it looks fluid. Let me also add some zooms right now. These are not going to be exactly Hurricane zooms if you want Hurricane zooms by his editing pack. But just so I can use these clips for later as well, because I think we're going to need more zooms anyway later on, so I can make them once now, and then I have them on all the other clips I use. These are just normal use I'd use normally as well. Zoom in, will make. And I'll use a graph that looks like this. Maybe. Okay, the zoom is a bit too much. I want to do a bit less. It'd be easier to show effects. I don't want it to distract too much. Yeah, something like this. Obviously, the graph is not going to be the best. I just want to quickly do some zooms. And I'm also going to put the center X value a bit higher. Like here. Yeah, kind of like this. And I'm going to also paste them on the other clips so we have them for the rest of today's stream with zooms. And obviously place like quicks and everything. Kind of like this. That's how I would do it. I'll change the blur a bit. The graph isn't the best. But yeah, I don't want to waste too much time on each effect, you know what I'm saying? So you can extend this a bit more as well. Change the graph a bit up again. Like this. Yeah, something like this. Bro, I swear I'm sweating so bad right now. Let's make a new composition. Let's see. Black bars. I swear we made so many tutorials on black bars in the last streams. What the fuck am I watching? There's already a tutorial in one of the previous streams. 1 second text animation.
Am I somehow supposed
This one?
to correct this? Am I somehow
This one's. Wait, 1 second.
this in half?
Oh my god, I hate this shorts. You want me to drag the handles
Am
down?
I somehow supposed to?
Okay, let's drag the handles down. Nope. Like this. Let's make the blur a bit faster. Is that your blur, Hurricane? This fast? Okay. Why are you using the 2023 version? I'm too broke for the newer one. Okay, 1 second text animation.
Am I somehow supposed to correct this in half?
Can you, chat, when you do like text effects, this is 3 seconds, so it's not this.
Supposed
This one?
to correct this in half?
This is just fade on, slow fade on. Alright, thank you, Hurricane, bro. Bro's not paying? Shush, chat. Yeah, bro, this is just slow fade on. It's a preset. Rainbow effect after 11 seconds. Oh my god, football editors. Wait, aşkım çok pardon. Is that a Hurricane reference? Aşkım çok pardon. Don ben düştüm balkondan. Rainbow effect. Oh, this. What the hell even is this? This is like a sapphire effect, I think. This is definitely some sapphire effect. Warp chroma, I don't think this is warp chroma now. Stop acting like you know the way ahead. Like you know the rules. There are no rules, man. Snan, aşkım çok pardon. Don ben düştüm Mahmut'tan. Mahmut çok selam. Oh my god, I love Hurricane. What the fuck is bro a girl? Are we doing puzzle or an edit? Oh, what is... Bro, this is some goofy effect. I don't even know, bro. Watermark font name, 19 seconds, and animation if you want. Watermark font name. I made this what, bro?
Give a fat lip. Well, have you ever met Deb's boyfriend, Rudy Cooper?
Chat, this is not a fun. I made this like myself. I drew this because I was bored while doing the edit, so I used the paint tool. I'll show you guys. I did a solid layer, then I used like is it this one, the brush tool, and yeah, I just drew my name here. You know, just stylizing the letters a bit, and that's it. Making sure that there's not too much space between them, you know what I mean? That's how I did that. And yeah, so some tips when you do this, let's say we type RD, so you can type like not like this, but like this, let's say RD. And what I did is I opened up the paint property here, and I made sure that the, where is it? Stroke options, that where is it? The hardness was at 100, which will just make it look less like feathering, you know, when you have a mask. Like the edges will be sharper. I think that's what I'm trying to say. And I made that for all of this, the brushes. Yeah. How you draw with a mouse though? For this one, I use my mouse. For the other one, I use my iPad. Well, you can draw with a mouse. It's not that hard. It won't look that clean, but you know, if you, this is not that clean anyway. See? Yeah. So legit solid layer, brush tool, and then just type your name. You can also type like Sensei. Sensei. Or Mahmoud. See, it is kind of hard to type on a keyboard with a mouse. Mahmoud. Wait, POV, Kinza, Mahmoud. Mahmoud. Oh, okay. Let's see. In XP, 8 seconds red blue time warp RGB. What? 8 seconds red blue time warp RGB. This one, to make a red and blue time warp RGB. Okay, I hope this works with the zooms that we have. That will be visible. First of all, of course, adjustment layer. Or you can pre-compose. I like to use adjustment layer more. So let's go time warp RGB. And we're just gonna, you know, play around with like the colors now. I don't have too much movement, so it's not so visible. But you can see right now it's green and the red. And you can just play around with like shifting the frames, I think it was. Yeah, so you can like play around with these settings. And then you can change around the colors. So now we have blue and yellow. What was it? Blue and red. Now we have green and pink. I think this is kind of you want to do here. -1. Now we have the blue. So we want blue and we want red. So green if we kind of like this, I think.
Can you see my last edit?
Can't edits, yeah. And yo, hell no, bro. What the fuck? Wait, no, I messed it up. I put it way too high. Let's go on 1 second. -1. You have to find like the right values here. Like -1. We have the blue. We need the red now. Yeah, like this. Then you can like play around a bit more to get like the darker blue, and you will keep the same warp time warp RGB look without it messing like up the entirety of the duration. I swear Sensei is so washed. Can you see my last edit? Yes.
Call me an office crazy, but your humbling interest in my personal life could be misinterpreted as harassment in some circles.
So report me.
I
could think of easier solutions. Can you teach how to do the background expanding like on the first seconds of
Very tough, bro. I like the text, it's pretty clean. And also the editing part is cool. Thank you, Kenta. We have pitch within edit, and then can you wait? I'll watch the edit first and I'll react to yours. Holy topaz. You need to chill on the topaz, bro. Chill on the topaz for real. Yeah, chill on the topaz. Rest is cool. Okay, let's see. Can you teach how to do the background expanding like on the first seconds of this edit? Yeah, sure. I'm not gonna do a bunch of clips. I'm just gonna put one clip in the background, but just line up more clips in the background. Let's take these two. I'm gonna make a new composition, and I'm gonna use a different composition size here. I'm gonna use 1080 by 1412. No, wait. Expand the compositions a bit as well, so we have a bit more space to work with. This and then like this. And now we want to start with, actually let me delete the zooms for now because we don't want zooms here. So we have one clip in the foreground. Let's take this one and then one in the background, and I'm gonna roto brush the one in the foreground out. So just use roto brush, kind of select all of the clip. In your case, if you want to upload this edit, you want to be very precise, so make sure you get all of the edges. In my case, it's just to kind of show you the steps behind it, so it's not so important to be 100% precise. I'm just going to go with this, then you're going to freeze. So click on freeze. You can also use the refine edges tool if you want to upload it. And once it's done freezing, we're going to duplicate it once, and then just remove the roto brush effect from the background. And we're going to place our clip in the background like that. And now what we want to do is make sure this is at the bottom. And we're just going to create a mask that kind of slowly reveals from the middle. And yeah, I like using masks more. I don't like using wipe effects. So yeah, just create a mask in the middle. Like so, and we're going to invert the whole thing. We want to set a keyframe for the mask path right at the start. Then go here and just, rotate it and expand it so it's revealing the entirety of our clip. So make sure the proportions stay right. So you don't want to have one side go overlap way more than the other. And yeah, I also want to make this one wider so it doesn't cut in here. Oops, like this. Let me keep that wider. Yeah, like that. And you have it like reveal in the background. You can make it longer. My clip is a bit short here. And at the beginning, if you have a clip before that, you would also press M, and then I would just put the mask expansion down to like -4 or whatever you have in your case, and then won't be visible. And yeah, that's how I would do this. And then you can put like a bunch of clips in the background. CC jaw, yeah, bro. CC jaw with the texture of the background, bro. With the texture of the background. Make a solid layer with the texture of the background. CC jaws? No, bro, it's the background that's splitting. You can see the background here. CC jaws you can do on like a solid layer. You still have to roto brush, so you might as well do it this way. Okay. Bro. 0.5 to 0.7 transition.
وأنت ستسلم سلاحك.
I am pretty sure we made this last time as well with the black bars in the halftone. Something similar. Then we have 3 seconds block glitch with slide, not line swipe. Block glitch with slide. We made this last time as well. So I think it was the first stream. I also have a tutorial on a similar one that you can do with a red solid line. So just watch that. But this edit is low-key so tough, bro. So thank you, bro. Thank you whoever made that edit. Akaf, I love you, bro. You don't even follow me. That's crazy. Türkiye, 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 Türkiye. Where's my other? Oy, çok teşekkür ediyorum kral. He didn't even see it. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, but I made a tutorial on that last time. What are some useful effects you wish you knew earlier? That's a good question. Definitely fractal noise. It's a pretty cool effect for like textures and stuff. I'm trying to name 3 at least. What else do I use a lot? I always knew about like S-shake, so I want to do like some that I didn't know about for a long time. Probably like all of the wipe effects, you know. For example, let me show you guys. Maybe you guys don't know that as well. So let's create a white solid layer, and we can use wipe transitions to make a lot of cool transitions that are normally done with like masks. So for example, let's take S wipe bubble. You can see kind of gives you like a cool transition which you can transition to in the background, like transition to the next clip. For example, if we have this clip in the background and it's covered by this white solid layer, we want to make a cool transition. Instead of creating a mask, we can just use the S_wipe bubble effect. It's a little bit faster. There's different ones, you know, wipe plasma, which looks like this. These are all pretty cool, and then the CC ones, of course, for like, you know, different stuff. So probably that, yeah. These two, and then for the third one, would be the grid. I will just say grid. So the grid effect, just pretty simple, creates a grid. Random question, how long have you been editing and what app did you start your editing journey from? I've been editing for, I think it should be like 5 years now, and I started with CapCut. What do you think about parallel transitions? Cool if they're done by Hurricane, whack if they're done by other people. Or if they're done with AI, they're also pretty cool, because chat, we have to adapt. You're still on CapCut, by the way. Thank you for that information, bro. I almost forgot. What country are you from? I'm from Germany. 19 seconds, CRT with photos. Bro. Second 8 slide. Second 8. There's already a tutorial on this, I'm pretty sure. Dodge a question? Which question, bro? Do you still watch your edits today? Yeah, I already did. Bro, I heard you hated on Christianity on your Discord server. That was like 3 years ago, and I was still pretty young. I didn't really mean what I said. It was because a guy who had a Christian cross in his name was rage baiting me like crazy, and I'm really ashamed of those messages that I sent. And nowadays I wouldn't, obviously I distance myself from that. That was not it. I'm serious, bro. But I was like 3 years ago, I got hella rage baited, and in that moment, because I was still, how old was I? I was like 17. I was like, damn, bro, this guy rage baited me. What do I attack? What is most important to him? And I saw like the cross, so I thought probably his religion. And so yeah, I said some stupid stuff, but I repent for it, and I hope that God will forgive me. Yeah, tutorial. Sorry, we went off topic. That was kind of crazy. The tutorial is smooth slides right here. Watch this one.
https://www.
And yeah, I apologize to everyone who's Christian or Muslim or whatever you are, Jewish, Hindu. If that offends you, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean it. So yeah. How to make this text? What text, bro? You just send a link. Okay. Yeah, we need a clip in the background for this. So let's start with this composition we have right here. And I'm going to type text. Let's make it a bit bigger. I'm going to go for white text here to make it a bit easier to see. And I'm going to duplicate my clip layer, and I'm going to, let me see on the original. Yep, I'm going to select as a track mat my text, and then I'm going to put the invert effect on top of the clip layer. I'm going to put a tint effect. Actually, I think, wait, no, let me use the different invert effect. I want to use the s_invert, and there's like some setting here I think that I want to use, because here we can instantly tint as well, which makes it a bit easier, especially if we want to use tint. See, so I want to disable the invert chroma. That way you can see it doesn't look so bluish, and then we can the scale lights, kind of like this, maybe offset the darks a bit. And you want to just create a contrast, and yeah, that's how you make this, and then it's interactive with the background. Obviously it depends on kind of which clip you use. Now his clip is a lot more blue, so that might be affecting the way the text tints, but you're gonna have to see how you want to adjust the contrast depending on the clip you have. You can also tint it red now, or if you have like a bluish clip, you can tint it blue if you want more blue. That's completely up to you. In his case, it looks a bit more orangey. So it's tinted a bit more orange, kind of like this almost. And yeah, you can play around with these settings. Like I said, you can make them brighter, you can make them way darker, depending on how much light you want to see. So now it's like a lot brighter, depends on how you want it to look. And then you would just pre-compose both and apply deep glow. You can also use different blending modes. I just like to do it this way. And yeah, so 0.1 out go here, and then drop shadow. Oh, he doesn't have any effect, so you can just leave it how it is. And will look different with different clips. Don't see track map on the bottom left. Click on toggle switches /modes. What's up, Alfie, bro? Thank you, Grab Humor. I appreciate that. Is it normal if we glaze our own edits? Like, I love to de-write my own edits. Is it normal? Yes. I think I have blue balls. Bro, what the fuck? Yes, I remember CFV. That was like 40 minutes ago. Why would I forget? Sure, Alfie, if I have time, I'll join. Bro, what the fuck? Cartoon move like text effect. I don't know how it's called. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna edit text first. Let's type text example. So we have like a longer example. I'm also gonna make it a bit smaller. What you want to do here is have your text ready with like all of the textures and stuff you want to add. And then we're gonna search turbulent displays, drag it on top of the text, and we're gonna put the size to like 10 and then the amount to 15. And you can see it will be kind of curving or like warping around the edges. The lower you go with the size, the smaller the warping will be. And the higher you go, the bigger it will be. The more you put the amount, the more warping there will be. I like these settings. I'm going to put size 5, amount 15. Depends on the size of your text though. And then we're going to go into evolution options, left click, wait, hold down Alt and then left click onto the random seed and replace this with time asterisk. You can go 6 if you want it to be a bit slower. You can go 10 if you want it to be faster. The higher you go, the faster it will move. The lower you go, the slower it will move. Let me make this a bit longer, the composition. Why is it only 40? Let's put it 10 seconds now. So you can see it a bit more clearly. Now when you play ahead, you can see it's moving like that. And yeah, now it's a bit faster. You can go slower than that. You can go 3, it will be half of that. What are your specs? Right now on this PC, I have a i7 14th gen. I have 32 gigabytes of RAM. And I have a RTX 4060. I might have 64 gigabytes, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it's 64 actually, never mind. What's the shortcut to cut in After Effects? Control Shift and D. Chorology, yes, it's good. How does your PC not lag then? What do you mean lag? There's a feature in After Effects, I think probably only I know out of everyone here. Bro, you're not that guy, bro. Pal, you're not that guy, okay? You're not that guy. What's your political ideology? Goddess, bro. In Goddess, I trust. Is 16 gigabytes enough for After Effects? It depends on which RAM it is. So there's like DDR3 RAM. If it's that, then probably not. If it's DDR5 with like 5000 megahertz, then probably, yeah. How in the world are you gonna get 32 gigabytes of RAM right now in this economy? Just go work, bro. Get a job. It's not that hard. Yo, what's up, Bor? Why are you napping, Bor? Naif, thank you for that support, bro. I appreciate it. Toxic green leaves, bro. It's not natural. They're missing over 15 micronutrients, bro. What? What are you talking about? Vegan diet. You know that the sensei LARPs being a Goddess fan, but today he ate a McRib. No, a McWrap, sorry. He, you know, he confessed on voice call. Four seconds, the neon ghost effect. Today's effects are pretty nice, bro. I'm enjoying these. I like these kind of effects more, which is just like one. What's this?
Sure, special ops.
What was I saying? Yeah, I joined these effects, which are like one effect because the transitions sometimes they take like pretty long. It stretches too long, and then I think it's also boring for you guys. Thank you, PvP Craft. So yeah. Let's go. We have one clip that we need. So let's get this one right here. We're going to start by duplicating it. And I'm going to cut this to like 40 frames. And I'm going to press S on my keyboard. So the keyframe for 101 for the first duplicated layer at the start. At the end, we're going to go for like 160. Then I'm going to press T. Opacity is going to start at 70%. And it's going to end at 0. Let's extend these to the end. Now I'm going to easy ease both. And I'm going to open up the scale first. And just make the graph look something like this. And then the opacity I'm going to make a bit more like this. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is search s_edge detect, drag it on top. I'm gonna do the following. I'm gonna put the threshold a bit down, a bit up, I mean. So only the real edges of the character are being selected. And then I'm gonna put the edge smoothness. Yeah, we can leave that at, maybe go for like 6 or 7. And then I'm gonna search for tint. Let's apply that. In this case, we want it to be purple, right? Yeah, like purplish color. So I'm gonna tint the white to like purple. Is it like this? I think maybe a bit brighter purple. And then this one. Put the brightness a bit higher. So you can see the contrast. Now the problem here is my background is a bit dark. As you can see, this one's a bit brighter. But now it should do the job when I put the brightness a bit up. Let's put it like 2. And then we're also going to apply deep glow. Oh, not deep low, deep glow. And you can also use a blending mode here. So I'll just leave the exposure at 1. And yeah, maybe you want to adjust the opacity graph a bit more. Maybe also something like this. So it goes out a bit faster. That's depending on how fast you want it to be. And yeah, you can use like add. That's the one I would use, add. Or you can use screen. And yeah, like that. Do you have an OLED? And do you think it's better for editing? I don't know, to be honest. I don't know if I have one. Probably, yeah. But I need to buy a new monitor in Germany as well. In Dubai, I had 3. They're like 2 of them are 4K, one is HD. And now here I have only 2, and they're both HD. So I want to buy like a 4K one as well. But right now they're out of stock. I have the LG one. Can show you guys. What is it called? LG 4K monitor. It's like this one. Right, monitor LG 32 something. This one is my favorite out of all of the ones I got. Wait, am I leaking anything? No, right? No. This one. This is the one I have. Damn, bro, that's cheaper in Germany. When I bought them in Dubai, I paid 500 euros. Here, that's a lot cheaper. That's good. Yeah, so this one is the one I recommend for editing. How to fix the monetization? Just be more, or just adapt, bro. You have to adapt. 50 euro eBay monitor. What is OLED, chat? I got 4K 144 Hertz for 200 Great British Pounds. Yeah, did that come with a Mac Grab? How do you like the Netherlands? I love the Netherlands. OLED is really good, awesome. Lab editing. Darks are more darker. What the fuck? What's up, Gary, bro? Do you get money from your edits on TikTok? No, I only get money on TikTok when I do NPC live streams. Thank you for the rose. I'm from the Netherlands. Me too. NFO. How many back grabs and Big Macs does Sensei need? Whole fucking stock, bro. Fast zoom. Zooms is already there. Blur plus shake is too much. I'll do like some cool effects. Line effect. Which line effect?
Did you fuck me?
Like this. I think there's already a tutorial on my channel to make kind of flash or flicker. how to make it flicker is, okay, let's start with a clip. I want to do like effects that need like one effect, not like whole transitions because they take a bit too long. Like I said, they stretch themselves a lot. Adjustment layer on top of the clip, and we're gonna cut it right here. Then effects and presets, search for s_flicker, and then just drag it on top, and now you have a flicker. You can adjust it with the amplitude, so higher amplitude will make it flicker more, so the flickers will be brighter and darker, as you can see. And frequency will make it more frequent or less frequent. So in Fortnite terms, that means faster or slower. If we put it to 5, for example, the flickers will be way slower. And if we put it to 150, they will be way faster. All right, let me move my OBS here. Let's answer some questions, chat. Some questions. What was my edit rating 2 days ago, bro? The long edit. The fuck do I know, bro? I don't remember. Do you have a job? Do I look like I have a job? No, I'm unemployed. Yo, bro, how you get the ripple effect? I have a tutorial on that. I don't even know what this is supposed to mean, bro. Wait, let me go into full screen. How is it like being fruity? I couldn't tell you, little bro. I don't have BCC Ripple, bro. Holy skill issue, bro. Just get the BCC plugin. BBC, sorry. Are you editing your YouTube videos with Premiere Pro or After Effects? I edit them with CapCut. Is it better to make a beat or to skip a beat or make it too fast and choppy transition? Neither, bro. You should make sure you have edit audio that you can actually use. And if you can't use the edit audio, if you are between skipping a beat or making a too fast transition, I would always make a too fast transition. Or what you can do is just do a 1 frame on top of the clip that's already rolling. So instead of changing the clip, just make like a, I can show you in my recent edit, I did the same thing because the beats were a bit weird. But yeah, you have to adapt, chat. You have to adapt. So I would do something like this here. You see like these 1 frames? See, or like this where it zooms in onto the face more. More. That wasn't a voice trick, by the way. I did it on purpose to clip farm. Have you tried a light motion? I think for a video once, yeah. Where are you from? I'm from Germany. I donated. Kind of offbeat, but yeah, let me see. Chat, today's stream is a bit slow, but I think that's fine. Stole my audio, by the way. Max. And I love my ex. Holy edit. Very tough, bro. Very, very tough. Can you drop an effective upload method? Bro, what the fuck are upload methods even about, bro? Just post your video. How do editors make TikTok style edits in DaVinci Resolve? They don't. And if they do, they eventually quit because it's shit. Don't use DaVinci Resolve, chat. It's worse than CapCut, I feel like. Because more people take it serious. At this point, because I've been doing some great work, people don't take CapCut as serious anymore, but bro, I swear these DaVinci Resolve editors are so annoying. It's not just hard, it's just annoying, bro, and it's bad. You can't edit on it. Yeah, Alfie, because probably doesn't even have one. Does putting different sort of tags help get the edit more reach? Nah, that's cope. But I do it all the time, just, you know, because it's a habit. But it doesn't matter if you put hashtags or not. Maybe if you just create your account, fair enough, but yeah. Where to edit YouTube videos? CapCut. Fabian, please stop spamming, little bro. I'm from NRW. I'm also from NRW. Best script to edit faster? Flow. We're doing Q&A, sort of, yeah. A little bit. What's up, Simon, bro? Should I Topaz upscale 2 times or 4 times or leave it original? I always do 2 times. It does if you edit a different topic your followers don't know. No, it doesn't. Doesn't change anything. Hashtags are cope. Shows your Topaz settings. I have like a tutorial. It's low-key old tutorial. Maybe I should make a new one. Why are you sad, bro? I'm not so sad. I just, I'm a bit tired, bro. I can't lie. Because I still have a bit of a jet lag. But I think it will be fine by at least, I hope, next week. Because I traveled on Friday and now 1 week has passed. So by Monday it should be fine. Because the time difference is like 3 hours. So I hope it will be gone soon. Because now in Dubai it's like, yeah, like 11 p.m. And right here it's only 8 p.m. So that's still messing me up a bit. But do you live in India? Yeah. You always have a jet lag? No, bro. What the fuck? Hey, bro, I'm from Morocco. I love you. وانت أحبك يا أخي. كيف الحال? أهلا وسهلا. Should I still upload my video if I'm feeling demotivated when editing? What do I do? Bro, if you're... Yeah, you should still upload your video, I think. Where in NRW? Köln. Ich komme aus Köln. Schönste Stadt der Welt. Hate from Earth. Hate from fucking your mom's bedroom, bro. How long did it take you to make your color correction from your shop? A long time. The first, like the first one I uploaded, I don't even have it anymore for sale. But probably took me like 3 years, not 3 years, 3 months to make it. But because I was using it myself, you know, I made it for myself. Over the course of like 3 months, I kept like tweaking it around. Are you married? No. Are you interested? Kölner Dialekt ist schlimm. Bist du Jeck? Crystal, I prefer Adam. Mods! Where are you from? I'm from Germany. Köln. Schönste Stadt der Welt. One day I'ma meet you. Is that something good or is that a thread? I'ma go get Sensei 2 Big Macs and 3 Mac wraps. See ya, bro. See ya, bro. Fortnite later, maybe. Hate from India. Ben shot. Suck my dick. Mother shot. You like Germany? Yep. I mean, Köln is in Germany and Köln ist die schönste Stadt der Welt. So how could I hate Germany? Love from Pakistan, Abge, so TK. Do you put color correction on your life? Yeah, bro, I have the Kinza Hulk CC on me right now. Play Rocket League with Crystal. I ain't playing Rocket League, little bro. Love from India, love back to India. Abge, so. Sabzehe. Love from Japan. Bro, you guys are not all from India and Japan, bro. Chill. Play Goon Ultra Gigamax. What the fuck even is that, bro? Sub say hey. TK. I just told you, user. Love from the UK. Bro, you typed love from the UK, love from India, and love from Japan, bro. Are you bipolar? Köln wo? Bro, willst du genaue Adresse haben oder was? Love from Serbia. Volim te, brate. Dobre. Can you, man? Are you asking me if I can imitate the UK British accent, mate? Did you not know I'm from fucking London, mate? Are you taking the mickey? Oh, last week Mandem was shoving up Sensei down the road, bro. You are not Alfie, bro. Well, Alfie is trying to imitate my accent still. Right, I'm the real UK driller. Right, Sensei. I'm gonna wet you up. I'm gonna wet you up, fam. Right? Do you have a girlfriend? Yeah. What's your opinion on Hurricane? I love Hurricane. Mahmoud. I need to get storage, chat. I have on my... I need to buy a new storage as well. But on my PC in Dubai, I have plenty. I bought like an 8 terabyte hard drive. Love from Germany. Leck mein Eier. Don't ever do that again. What are you gonna do about it, fam, alright? Do you want me to wank... No, not wank you up. Chev you up, sorry. sorry. Schere, Digi. Firma, Digi. Griffel sind oben. Hate from me? Okay, fick deine Mutter. Have you ever been to Czechia? No. Is your girlfriend pregnant? I think so, yeah. She didn't go to the doctor yet. Alter, nee! Fame, du kommst aus Sachsen? Alter. Alter, nee. Do you hate Indians? No, why would I hate Indians? Baden-Württemberg. Sag doch direkt Bayern, Diggi. Sag doch Bayern, Alter. Ihr habt's gesagt. Servus. Hurricane, what do you mean liar? Hurricane, what is liar supposed to mean? Are you watching Papa Platz? Yes, all day, bro. Hurricane, ne diyorsun lan? Alien wear a t-shirt, bro. What the fuck is that even supposed to mean? Bro, what are you yapping about? Als Bar kann ich dem null zustimmen. Baden-Württemberg und Bayern ist nicht dasselbe. Alter, ich hab's dir gesagt, Alter. Baden-Württemberg und Bayern ist genau das gleiche. Top 10 Akzente, Bruder. Holy shit. Damn. Damn, I'm good, bro. What did Hurricane say? Indian muhabbet dedim. Lan ne alaka? Tabii ki seviyorum Hindistan'ı. Schaust du Tim Gio? No, I don't watch Tim Gio. Ich hab's gesagt, Axel. Ich komme aus Bayern. Alter. The time rule is not changing, chat. Can you speak English? Yeah. Ah, schöner Lebekäse. Scheiß auf Bayern. Chat, why is 50% of my chat all of a sudden German, by the way? What the heady? Was schwafelst du an Mist? Was schwafelst du an Mist? Woher gibst du Aspar? Woher gibst du Aspar? Oh my god, I can't. Oh my god, I can't. Oh my god. Oh my god. I feel left out, bro. Same. Whew. You want to share the joke? It's hard to understand. It's like, bro, in Germany you have different dialects, and the ones from the south, they are like weirdos, so they sound like super weird to normal people, to normal German people. It's like, I don't know, like a Scottish accent, I guess, or like an Australian accent to normal English people. Not even that. It's even funnier, when you hear it, because it just doesn't make sense. Weirdos, we have the best culture and anti-criminal rate. Yeah, because no one wants to go to Bayern. That's why there's no criminal rate. Yeah. Yeah, so the south of Germany, like, Loki sucks ass. Never go there. Come to Cologne instead, chat. If you ever want to debate whether you should go to Munich or Cologne, come to Cologne. Kolle. Schönste Stadt der Welt. Most beautiful city in Germany and on the world. Is Köln good? Yeah, it's very good. Bro, Bohr is probably from Mannheim. No, never mind, he's also from Bayern, he told me. Leute, die in Bayern leben, quitten gerade Stream und suchen Therapeuten. Die hätten sich schon, als sie geboren wurden, Therapeuten suchen sollen. Imagine being born in Bayern. You know Laser Luca? Yeah, I know him. Why we turn into a German stream, bro? What the fuck? You speak every language? Yeah, I do. I was never in Switzerland before, no. Bahn, beste Landschaft? No. Can you speak French? Oui. Parlez-vous français? When is editing stream? We already edited, bro. Do you fear space? No. Alright, bye, bar. What can I do to have low cortisol like you? Imitate the hunt at least 3 times a day. Go into the forest and imitate hunting. I mean, that's what Sensei does. Imitate hunting? How? Just go into the forest and pretend like you're hunting. I run after my neighbors. Neighbors don't exist in nature. You would be in a tribe. So no, don't do that unless you want to spike your cortisol. Will you be inside of GTA 6? No. Can you speak Ukrainian? Dabrad. No, I'm not related to that person. RXEAP. Do you know America? Yeah, I know America. How to stop preview lag? Just get a better PC. Are you alive or is this AI? I'm alive, bro. How can I be like you, big muscle daddy? Bro, I don't have any muscles. Muscles are unnatural, okay? Lifting metal up and down. In nature, you would obviously never have muscles. You would go hunt, teach your children. But yeah. You look like Steve Harrington, Clark Kent, Bruce Wayne, and Dexter combined. No. Does lifting trees lower cortisol? No. What are you talking about? Lifting trees up and down. In nature, obviously, trees never existed. They are planted by the government to distract you from keeping you thinking that you are free. But obviously, green leaves are toxic, so you should never go near a forest. You definitely have high cortisol. Blat, what are you talking about? What do you do for jawline? Eat raw meat, raw liver, drink raw milk. Chat, this is how low my cortisol is. How many push-ups can you do in a row? What? You mean how often can I push my man-made body against a man-made floor? In nature, humans probably can do that like 1,000 times. What are bro streams even about? For real, bro. I'm sorry. Okay, we need to log back in. We need to stop with the Golders roleplay, okay? We need to stop with the Golders roleplay. Okay, we're fine now. Wait. What's the context of the stream? Initially editing, but we kind of went down some other rabbit holes, I think. But yeah, chat. Let's call it a night for today. It was a nice, chill, short stream. I think next stream I'm gonna go live a bit earlier. I'll have a bit more energy. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Thank you so much for joining, and bye bye. Take care of yourselves.